I can't believe that after all the advice everybody has given to Maachi, especially coming from the mother, for Maachi to abandon this marriage, Maachi has decided to pay deaf ears to anything related to leaving this marriage. That she is not one that will break her marital vows. Ejike must be so lucky to have Maachi as a wife. Remember after what happened in the last episode that Maachi's mother had to call Ejike's uncle to please help her beg Maachi to leave this marriage. The uncle has actually made up his mind to fulfill the promise he made. On this episode, the uncle actually visited Maachi's house. Maachi was so excited to have seen the uncle visit the house for the first time. She was like, uncle, I'm so surprised that you decided to come. Please, come in. With the excitement on Maachi's face, one will say, Maachi already know the reason why the uncle came to visit. But we may have to find out on this episode. And then the uncle started by saying that he's surprised to see Maachi at home by this time when she's supposed to be at the office. And Maachi was like, uncle, you have suddenly forgotten that I was suspended from the office because of the fraud that happened at the office. And the uncle was like, oh, Maachi, I'm so sorry that because of all that is happening, I've forgotten that you were passing through a lot. But then the uncle now began the reason why he came to visit Maachi. He said to Maachi, don't you think that it's about time that you give Ejike some space? I mean, you have suffered a lot since you got married to Ejike. I believe that Maachi must be so surprised to hear the uncle saying this for the first time. Because the truth be told, Maachi has actually suffered a lot since he got married to Ejike. As long as Maachi is still with Ejike, whatever evil that is happening to him will definitely sink into Muna. And the uncle went on to say that, Maachi, you know you are a good person. You have a good heart. I will not be happy that you are passing through all these things. Or I will not be happy to see bad things happen to you because a lot of bad things is still going to happen to Ejike. And then Maachi now said to the uncle, I know that you are saying all these things because of the love that you have for me and not the hatred you have for Ejike. I understand where you are coming from. But uncle, you need to understand that I am married to Ejike. I am his wife. And this marriage you are seeing right now, it's not like I actually regret it. My eyes was open when I made the decision to marry Ejike. But then remember that Maachi has said before that she married Ejike because she wants to bring change into Ejike's life, to bring peace to Mama and Ejike. But now it is now affecting Maachi. Maachi went on by telling the uncle that because of this marriage, she has had an opportunity to meet the uncle. She has also had an opportunity to meet auntie and mama, that they are good people, that this is the good thing that has happened to her in this marriage. Maachi is such a wife material. She's such a lady with a good heart. Muna has refused to accept anything relating to leaving Ejike. Well, according to her, she is not brought up that way to abandon marital vows. The uncle was broken with Muna's words when she says she is thankful that through this marriage, she was able to meet someone like uncle. The uncle at this point had nothing to say. He was so mute because Maachi has actually touched him. She has not seen any woman like Maachi. I mean, after all this, some women will not even allow it to get to this point and they will immediately leave the marriage. But Maachi has decided to make a vow to herself to stick with Ejike through thick and thins. Maachi is someone that needs to be emulated from. She is really an epitome of a good woman. Ejike went to meet the friends as usual to her, and then Andy came up with the information that Ejike's father came, that he is not happy that he's not able to meet him, to at least greet him. And then Daniel started by saying that he came to actually cause problem, that those people are evil and all the rest. Immediately Dan started telling Dan that, okay, immediately Andy shunned Dan and told him to stop all this evil talk, that they shouldn't begin to say things that they are not supposed to say here. And then Ejike was now like, what do you mean by that? How would you now say that the uncle came to actually bewitch Ejike? What kind of stupid talk is this? How far is Dan planning to go with this jealousy that he has for Ejike? Then Ejike now said that he knows the reason why the uncle came. That the uncle came so that they can actually scatter the union between him and Maachi, because that is the plan of Munachi's mother, and she has been nagging on it ever since. And he said if that is the case, then it is a good thing, that because Maachi has not enjoyed anything in this marriage. Since she got married to Ejike, it has been one problem or the other after Ejike tricked Munachi to marrying her in court with the hope that Ejike is going to do it right by her by doing the traditional marriage. And they continued by telling Ejike that what he has done to Munachi is so bad, that girl has brought nothing but good to Ejike's life. If Ejike leaves Muna is not going to suffer, that she is going to be happy. Instead, Ejike is going to suffer because Muna has been the only good thing that has happened to Ejike. And then immediately Dan now said that Munachi is a witch in front of Dan. But Ejike said that he's never going to let Munachi go. That Munachi he will continue to be his wife. That he cannot afford to lose Munachi. But Dan has told Ejike to leave her alone. Let her go. And then Andy was now like, I want you to leave Munachi to go. And then let me see if you eventually end up with any woman that will come from Dan, how your life will be. Because Munachi is the only one that has sacrificed everything for you. But why is Ejike not seeing all the sacrifice that Munachi is making because of this marriage? If only Ejike will calm down and listen to Andy, who gives him good advice and not Dan with long beards, he will know that Dan is only but a bad friend to him. Let me see how this whole thing is going to unfold. Mama is not buried. Muna is on suspension for job. Courage the billion is going down. Dan's jealousy is at the highest point at this moment. What is going to happen to Ejike at this point? Andy, who is always giving Ejike a good advice, has also advised Ejike to listen to Muna, because Muna is the only one that has his best interest. You should stop listening to Dan, which is the best thing to do. Ejike, you need to understand that Muna is the one who is only behind you. She has decided to stay with you and stick with you through anything that you are going through. But then Munachi was sleeping when a call came into her phone, coming from the uncle who just left to the village. But it was a shocking news that Chinwe's daughter is so sick. They have taken her to so many hospitals, and at this point the uncle does not even have money anymore. And the worst part is that the girl is not even responding to treatment. What kind of problem is this? And the uncle is lamenting that if something gets to happen to this small girl, that nobody will see that he is doing a lot. Nobody will even see him as somebody who has tried. They will not even listen to that Munachi should help him. And Munachi at this point, you know how Munachi is. Munachi is so good to Courage family. Immediately, she started telling the uncle that, what is that the uncle should take the little girl to the hospital. And at this point, the uncle has made it clear that he does not have money anymore. That his money is finished. That the girl is not even responding to any treatment. Munachi also suggested that the uncle will tell the mother to bring the girl to the city. Chinwe is someone that will never want to stay in the same roof with Ejike in the name of, I'm trying to treat my daughter. And Munachi has told the uncle that this is not supposed to be about Chinwe and Ejike. That let them try to save the little girl's life. The uncle was lamenting so much, thinking that the girl is about to die. That the way the girl is so weak, that he doesn't even think that girl will stay till the next morning. Munachi was so worried that she's going to send, in fact, she's going to go to the village to bring that little girl to the city so that she can take good treatment in the hospital. I just wish that all women in this world would be like Munachi. The world would be a good place. But then the question is Chinwe ever going to allow Munachi to take her daughter to the city to take treatment, despite the fact that she doesn't have money? I just wonder what is going to happen. But you know Munachi will never give up. She is ready to travel to the village first thing tomorrow morning to take the little girl to the hospital. If you are still with me, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if today is your first time on this channel. Let me know in the comment section what you think will happen when Munachi will arrive this house with the little girl. What will be Ejike's reaction knowing that Munachi went to the village to bring Chinwe's daughter to the city, to his house? I don't know what Ejike's reaction will be. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I will bring the next episode to you guys immediately it drops. But for now, take care.